Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mario Kart tier list, the wonderful Mario Kart tier list, might I add. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Feather Cup, which has Tour Athens Dash, GCN Daisy Cruiser, Wii Moonview Highway, and Squeaky Clean Sprint. Athens Dash, I mean, just looking at this right now, so far this is the best looking tour course, because look, they added like texture onto the stones. From what I remember of this one so far, the thing still stands that the tour courses are getting better with each wave that we're looking at. You know, actually no, that turn was bullshit. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't think I wasn't. But I think a lot of these turns are really difficult on these, and there's like little to no indication besides what those glowing red arrows that you can barely see. Those glowing red arrows blend in with the background, and it makes it kind of difficult to see what's going on. And yeah, I will blame that on the DLC. I will blame that on these tour courses trying to be special. This one's kind of cool. I like the music on this one. I do think just some of the turns are awkward, but overall, taking a look at the thing as a whole, it's pretty good. I will say it's about damn time the textures actually look pretty good. They look really passable. I do think like this section right here, like I'm gonna hit something. I'm gonna hit a wall because it's so narrow and skinny. I will say that is at fault of these being for the mobile game because these are definitely not meant to be. Oh shit! Here we go. Oh shit! Flip that! Mario Kart God right here, that's what they called me back in high school. You know, everyone, I walked into the classroom and they all said, is that the Mario Kart God? And I would say, yep, it sure is. This is probably the best tour course so far, just besides like those awkward turns that I find annoying and really last minute, but it's passable. Daisy Cruiser, I think, I remember liking this one on the 3DS. I never had a GameCube, but on this one, I don't really know. And again, with like just the way that this looks like a toy boat that you would have in the bathtub as a kid. But looking at this one really doesn't change anything from the original one. You still have this like little underwater section with the little clams, all that good stuff, and you come out the top here. But nothing changes from this one. This is like a direct rip from the original. And is that such a bad thing? You know, I mean, I understand innovation, but sometimes they're good just the way they are, and you don't want to mess them up. Because look at what they do when they do try to change them sometimes, and they mess them up. So I'm just putting that out there with a half-ass rush DLC. You just never know what's gonna happen. Jeez. I don't even think I can blame that on the layout of this track. That's just my bad. I've lost my mojo, as Austin Powers would say. I don't have my style back. I used to be amazing at this game. Well, you know what? I'm not going to let that bring me down. I still am amazing at this game. It's just these DLC ones, the more recent ones, I just don't have as much experience in because, you know, people grow apart, you know? Like, this was like my best friend growing up, you know what I'm saying? This game. Not that I was lonely and I could only play games. I'm just saying that, like, that's just what I put that in for. People grow apart, people grow out of stuff, and that's just a part of life, man. Even though I have some great childhood memories with this track, it's okay. Moonview Highway. I remember exactly where I was when this was announced. Jeez, it's like people like remembering where they were on 9/11, which is not a good thing at all, and this should not at all be compared to a national tragedy. But I'm gonna fucking cut that out. I just remember being so sad when this one was brought back because there were a lot of data mines and leaks about what was coming back, and this one was not one of the ones. So this must have been a last minute change or something. But I was just sad that they brought this one back because this is one of my favorite tracks from the Wii, and they butchered it. I will say the music is really good. How it changes in the city portion, that is an amazing change. It sounds really good. But parts like the traffic speeding by on the city section, they just go the exact same speed. It's not much of an obstacle. It also just feels like a lot, like really small. I remember opening through this section on the Wii, and it would be like, this section is humongous. It's a grandiose section. Cars are whizzing past you, and you're going on the speed boost, and it just doesn't have that same vibe. And that is not because I've grown up. I have like played this track somewhat recently, and I still get that vibe every time, you know. It's a classic. I do have to say though, it's a pretty good remake. I think the colors are really good, and just the nighttime vibe is still here. But it's just those really small things that kind of take away from the vibes, from the essence of the original track. I should be a philosopher. Alright, I mean, compared to over half of the lazily ported courses from this DLC, this is one of the better ones. I will give it that. And finally, we have Squeaky Clean Sprint. This is one of the only few tracks in this DLC that feels like it could have been in the base game. If you just look around, I think this one looks really good. I say that as these like shitty solid color like pipe walls, but some of the textures are still here, like on the ground, and the little robot fish is cool, and just so many details in this one. It reminds me of GBA Ribbon Road. It has a lot of cool shortcuts going on, like second and third lap you can use the toilet spraying as a boost to get up on a higher level. Like, just pay attention to everything going on. Like, there's so much stuff going on in this one. It's a really cool like theming idea, like giant bathroom. I mean, like, this isn't the most like unique idea ever. Like, we're shrinking down and we're going small. Honey, I shrunk the Mario Kart characters and we're racing around in the bathtub. This track almost reminds me of stuff I used to do as a kid. I remember Hot Wheels cars, or I remember they even had Mario Kart, like a little cars you get in like your Happy Meal. And I would just like race them around the house and make my own tracks. See this section up here? Like there's still so much stuff up here. It's like, how is this in the same DLC as Toad's Circuit? Like a little Goomba sitting up there, his little thing. I don't know, it's just like, it's nice. And I think the scaling feels nice on this one. And also just the turns are really good. This tunnel section is kind of challenging, but it's a good kind of challenging, you know? It doesn't feel like it's like don't hate the player, hate the game, you know? It doesn't feel like that. It's like, if you mess up, you're gonna hate the player. There we go. This is honestly a contender for being like close to Ninja Hideaway from one of the earlier ones. This is a really good, unique track. I just love all the details. I think the music is nice, and it looks pretty good too. Alright everyone, thanks for sticking around. We're back here on the Mario Kart tier list. We are almost done. 3 cups to go. We're going to start off here with Tour Vancouver. Nope, we didn't do that one. That's out of order. We're starting off here with Tour Anthon's Dash. This one's pretty good, so let's take a look. Okay, we got Singapore Speedway in B tier, so I think this beats it. I think Tour Singapore Speedway is a little bit better, but it's better than Bangkok, so it's going right there. I'd still rather play, I would rather play this Rainbow Road than right here, there. Sometimes it's hard to elaborate on these feelings, but it's one of those times you just gotta go with your gut, stick with what you believe in. GCN Daisy Cruiser. This one was kind of meh enough that I probably am gonna put it somewhere in D or E tier. I would put it just right here at the bottom of D tier. That's kind of what I'm looking at, but I think it's gonna be demoted to E tier. Wii Moonview Highway. I thought this one was pretty good. I like the changes that they made to it and just all that. Besides the traffic bit could have been better. I'm kind of looking at these now and going off of which one is more fun to drive on, in my opinion. And looking here, I think I'm going to have to put it above DK Summit. But here I'm going to move this Rainbow Road down. I'm trying to balance things out a little bit. Part of me wants to move down Ice Ice Outpost, but I think that is a D tier track, not an E tier track. What differentiates between the two? I don't know, but that's just what I'm feeling. And finally we got Squeaky Clean Sprint. This is a B tier one. I think this one was really good. It kind of like blew me away how good it was. It was like, whoa, is this the same DLC we're talking about? I'm going to have to put it right here, high B tier. I think right there is a nice little spot for it. I still like Royal Raceway better, and I don't know why. I just love that one. So yeah, that's honestly pretty surprising that some of the best DLC courses in that high B tier are like the completely unique ones that were from the mobile game. Kind of says a lot, doesn't it, that actual like unique ideas and courses that are new are the ones that kind of beat out the others. Alright, that's what's being added to the Mario Kart tier list for today. We have 3 cups left to go. I know it's become a bit of a slog, I'm not even gonna lie about that, but I'm gonna finish it. I'm not a quitter. So the usual, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around with the Mario Kart tier list, the most objectively correct Mario Kart tier list on the internet, and thanks for sticking around, thank you, bye.